When Celeste and her father got to Dragonvale Academy, it had been 4 months after moving in. Celeste was feeling a bit sad, but she was thinking of Lydia every day since she missed her. But when she came across two friends named Roberto and Anne. They were at Celeste's age, and they were wondering about what's up with her. "Hello," the male students said, making Celeste look up. What are your names?" Celeste asked. "I'm Roberto, and this is my friend Anne," the male student said, introducing himself and his friend. "Hello there," Celeste replied. "You've got lots of friends, and we've just noticed you a few days ago. You were lonely. I can understand being in a new place is kinda different," Anne said. "Yeah, I just miss my best friend Lydia. We grew up in a village years ago, and we miss each other now very much," Celeste replied. "Celeste, sometimes it's hard to go away from your closest friends, but at least you'll always remember them," Roberto said as he patted her back. "You're right. Maybe I can hang out with you guys. That's if my other friends are too busy to hang out with me," Celeste suggested, hoping to get a reply. "Oh, of course, sure, we can do that," Anne said. "Right, Roberto?" "Oh, what? Oh yeah, that's right." "We could do that, Celeste," Roberto added. A couple of years later, Celeste had grown up to be an 18-year-old girl who looked even more beautiful, and she loves her school. She even feels like she doesn't want to leave. Her father, however, had not been nice to her since she had thought he would be. He was talking not nice to her, mainly about the things that she shouldn't be doing. Even though she can't help but do it, it started around age 13, and it was the fact that Ilana died, and Nathaniel was on his own looking out for his own daughter. And not just that, Nathaniel had not been happy since then. The same thing could be said for Celeste. I wonder, what can I do so I can see Lydia again? I know what I would do. I'll invite her to my school. She'll love it here, and I bet she misses me. So if she gets this letter, I bet she'll come to my school and learn magic, and then she'll get to see me again." Celeste went up to her room and sat where her desk was, and got her pen and paper and wrote a letter to her best friend. She was ready to have the wind pick it up and take it to where Lydia is. The wind started to pick up with strong force. "Okay, letter, you go straight to where Lydia is. I hope she'll get it." Celeste put her letter to Lydia in an envelope and then went outside to the front of the school. It was a windy day. She sighed as the wind picked up the letter to Lydia. Celeste then let it go, and the letter was taken to where Lydia was. In the village where she grew up, Lydia got a letter to her house one day while she was about to get into bed. Curious as how an airmail got invented. What's this?" Lydia asked. She walked over towards her desk, which was near a bedroom window. She looked to see that there was an envelope in her bedroom. She wondered how it got there, but it didn't matter much, so she opened up the envelope, and it was a letter. When she looked at to see who wrote the letter, Lydia couldn't believe her eyes. The letter was written from her best friend, the one that she hasn't seen in years, and Lydia was so happy that her best friend finally wrote to her. "Dear Lydia, I am now at Dragonvale Academy, and I really love it there. I missed you so much that haven't seen in years. After all these years, I've learned magic more and more every day. And now that I've learned how to keep my magic under control, I just wish we could see each other again. So I've talked to my father about you coming to the school, and he thought it'd be a great idea for you to come to school. You would like to meet my friends that I've made, and when you get there, you'll love to meet my teachers. They taught me how to use magic and how to control it, and I hope I see you whenever you can come to Dragonvale Academy. From your best friend, Celeste." Wow, Celeste is in Dragonvale Academy and she's already inviting me to this school where she's learning magic with her father? I'll go to that school and learn magic there, Lydia said as she prepared herself. The next day, Lydia was writing down notes and other things on the paperwork from Dragonvale Academy, mainly to let them know who she was and her info and the reason why she's joining Dragonvale Academy. Once the paperwork was all done, she sent it to the school in the mail. Within a few weeks, Lydia got another letter from the mail from Dragonvale, and they mailed her by saying to Lydia that she's good to go and has been accepted. "I'm so excited to see my best friend again. After all these years of not seeing her, I can hardly wait to get to Dragonvale Academy. She'll be so happy that we've got to see each other since we were young." Lydia was packing up her things so she can leave for her first day of school in the next few weeks. "I'm very excited for this now," Lydia said, and then she went downstairs and saw her mother and father. They were both working on a few things. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad, Lydia said as she walked up to her parents. Hello, Lydia. I heard that in next few weeks you'll be going to the school where Celeste and her father go to, Linda said to her daughter. And you'll come here together? I bet you'll miss her so much, Lydia's father added. I sure have. Ever since I've been leaving her, she's been thinking about me, and it's been long since we've seen each other. I can't wait to go there and see her, Lydia replied with joy in her tone. I bet you are very excited, Lydia, Linda replied. I sure am, Mom. I can't wait to go to that school. Maybe you and Dad can come one day, Lydia said as she hugged her parents. Someday we will, Lydia. You must focus on the future about the School of Learning Magic, Linda replied while stroking her daughter's hair. I'll focus on that, Lydia said to her mother. That's a good girl, Lydia's father replied as he hugged his daughter. Lydia couldn't wait to start her first day at school. On the day Lydia was going to school, Dragonvale Academy has sure changed a bit from what we know. I have spent too much time away from my family. There were times that I wasn't there when they needed me. I was hoping this school could get me a new beginning, away from the past. But I was wrong. How can it come to this? How did this school could become so empty? No one could bring back the past. Who can? And of course, there is so much in common that came to me while I was wondering about how magic could be used around students and everything else. Or am I searching in the wrong place? Lydia had came to the Vale where Dragonvale Academy was, and she was greeted by a merchant named Mustavio. Who are you? Lydia asked. She hasn't seen or met this new person, although she was excited to go to the School of Magic. The Grand Mustavio, a name that you'll never forget, the merchant replied. What is this place? Lydia asked. She was hoping it was the right place, only making sure that she wasn't where she wasn't supposed to be. It's called Dragonville. The school is ahead of you. Mustavio pointed to a large building in the distance. Lydia can see it. Oh, thanks for your help, Lydia replied. She couldn't wait to get to the school. What's your name? Mustavio asked. My name's Lydia, and I'm here to go to Dragonvale Academy for my first day of school because my best friend is here and she invited me here, Lydia explained. I see. We'll talk to you in a little later, young lady, Mustavio replied as Lydia was on her way to school. Thanks, I'll talk to you later, Lydia said as she headed down the path towards the school. At the front of the school, Lydia could see how huge the school front doors were. Wow, this place is amazing. This is so amazing that I get to come here. I think I'm going to love this school. Lydia was at the doors as she knocked on them. Hello? I guess no one heard that. Gosh, there's no way I can open these doors by myself. Maybe I'll find something to help me if I look around, Lydia said to herself as she walked around the water fountain, but she didn't see anyone. My friend told me that she would wait for me right here, but I guess she's not here yet, Lydia said. Then she touched something at the fountain, and before she knew it, and she was shocked that the doors opened. Whoa, oops, at least I get to go inside now. Lydia walked in, and no one was in here to welcome her at the school. That's odd, no one's here. Maybe I'll see some students if I walk around, Lydia muttered to herself as she walked around the grand hallway until she heard some scratch noise. What's that scratching noise? Lydia asked as she walked a bit closer. She then found what seems to be a storage room. It sounded like someone or something scratching on wood. I wonder who or what's in there. I better be careful. Lydia kept her guard up and walked in the room. Hello? She called. Then a voice made Lydia jump. Hurry up! Get me out of here! I had enough of this joke. A voice was heard, and Lydia could see it came from one of the storage cabinets. Who are you? Lydia asked. My name is Zack. I'm a mighty dragon, the voice replied. A dragon? I bet a dragon won't fit in this small cabinet, Lydia chuckled, but she still wasn't sure. Well, let me out, you'll see, the voice said. Why are you hiding in the cabinet? Lydia asked. I'm not hiding. I'm locked up. Get me out of here, the voice called. How come you're the only one I found in this school? Lydia asked, seeing that there was no one else around. What do you mean I'm the only one? There are hundreds of students and thousands of teachers here in this academy. Go look in the entrance hall. You'll find them, and maybe one of them will let me out, the voice said in an irritating tone. Why are you locked up in here? Lydia asked. She was confused. I don't know. I don't even know who the hell I am. Someone made me drink something, and the next thing I know I was in here in the dark, the voice replied. How can I open this cabinet door? Lydia asked. She saw something glowing above the cabinet. Let me see. Is there a lock or anything near around the door? the voice wondered, until Lydia spoke again. I don't see anything, but I do see something glowing above the cabinet door, Lydia pointed out. It must be a rune. Touch it. Don't worry, it won't hurt you. It should open the door. Lydia did what she wanted to do. As Lydia touched the rune and the door burst open, it was a wolf that she had set free. Lydia was now nervous. I've been locked in here for hours, if not days. It's about time someone let me out. The wolf turned to look at Lydia, stunned to see a wolf in the academy. You're not a student, Lydia exclaimed. No, but my name is Zach and I'm a teacher's familiar, Zach said as he walked a few steps towards Lydia, but she did the opposite and stepped back a few. Look, I'm the one who let you out, so don't hurt me, Lydia replied. She was nervous as the wolf stared at her. Hurt you? Oh yeah, I know the dragons could be intimidating, Zach said, but Lydia didn't see the dragon form. Dragon? You're not a dragon, you're a wolf, Lydia explained. A wolf? Don't be silly, look at my wings and— What? No wings? Stupid potion! Zach groaned in frustration. I better get going now. It's nice meeting you. Bye-bye, Lydia said as she took the key ring of keys from the cabinet, and as she was about to walk out of the room from the door she came in, Zach stopped her and walked out of the room. He wanted to go with her. Wait for me. I'll go with you, Zach said, as Lydia was going to protest, but she decided not to, and agreed to let him come with her. Since you're the only one I found in this school, I guess I have no choice, Lydia replied. Thanks, but I don't know your name, Zach said, as he wanted to know who Lydia was as he'd never seen her before. My name is Lydia, Lydia said, introducing herself. I'm Zach. Thanks for freeing me, Zach said. Lydia and Zach then walked around to the school until they were near a statue of the dragon. There's no one here. The new girl's here. Answer us, hello? Zach called out, but there was no reply. See, I've told you. That's weird, Lydia said. Maybe they're all in the dinner hall, or in the studies, Zach suggested, and then noticed that no one answered him. I see. If you talk in the studies, you get in trouble. That's why no one's answering. Well, my best friend told me she would welcome me here, but she's nowhere to be found, Lydia sighed. She didn't want to expect the school to be empty. In fact, she didn't expect the school to be empty. Well, we'll see where the other students are, Lydia, and we'll find them, Zach said, as he and Lydia walked around the school until they found a book on the floor. What happened to this book? It looks like a few pages are missing, Lydia said as she picked up the book. That's Maya's book. Yeah, Maya. She's one of the students that changed me into a wolf, Zach stated. I wonder if someone or something ripped this book. Maybe an animal? Lydia asked and thought, but Zach didn't really care what Lydia was asking. Why are you looking at me when you say animal? I am a mighty dragon, and I have much better things to do than to rip a book apart. Zach replied with a humph and at the end of the sentence. I'm sorry, Zach. If you weren't locked up, you could have torn the pages for the revenge on the book, Lydia said, only stating what could be possible. Well, that makes no sense, then, since I was locked up in there and could have touched the notebook, Zach replied again. But Lydia looked a little closer at the writing of the book. It was in a weird language, and she couldn't really understand what it meant. Wait, I can't read this writing. It's a magic writing, this. I wish I could understand what it means, Lydia said, as she started to get a bit of a headache. After a few minutes later, Lydia and Zach were in the garden. Finally, some fresh air, Zach said. He and Lydia walked in the garden until Zach smelled something. Zach, what are you doing? Lydia asked. I smell nice perfume, Zach said, as he and Lydia started to get excited. It might lead us to someone, Lydia cheered happily. Then she followed Zach until they saw a doll where the smell was. Over here, Lydia. This is where the smell is coming from, Zach pointed out. Lydia was so surprised to find Celeste's doll on the ground. This is Celeste's doll, but why is it doing here? Celeste promised me that she'll keep it with her, Lydia wondered, so she picked up the doll. Who's Celeste? Lydia? Lydia! Answer me, Lydia! Zach tried to ask Lydia questions, but she didn't answer them. Celeste, do you really have to go? Lydia asked. Yes, I have to. My dad's a school director now, and we have to go live in the academy, Celeste explained. Does that mean we can't be best friends anymore? Lydia asked sadly. No, you'll always be my best friend, Lydia. Look, I found this in one of my mother's books. It's a ritual friendship. With it, we'll be best friends forever, Celeste said as she showed Lydia the ritual friendship scroll. But it's magic. Is it dangerous? Lydia asked as she was nervous. Don't be scared, Lydia. Just give me your hands and repeat after me. I, Celeste, swear to remember Lydia forever, and to never break that bond of friendship, even if distance separates us. Your turn now, Celeste said to her best friend. I'm, Lydia, swear to remember Celeste forever and to never break the bond of friendship, even if distance separates us, Lydia stated. With this gift, from my heart to yours, it shows our everlasting friendship, and to help you to never forget me, Celeste said, handing the pendant to Lydia. What are you doing? I can't accept that. Your mom gave it to you, Lydia replied, but she took the pendant in her hands. Yes, you can. This is my gift to you, Celeste replied. Oh, I know what I'll give you. With this gift, from my heart to yours, will shows our everlasting friendship, and to help you to never forget me, Lydia said. Yet she was going to give Celeste her doll. But Lydia, this has been with you ever since I knew you, and it's never left your side. Are you sure you wanted to give it to me? Celeste asked as Lydia gave the doll to her. Yes, as long as you are sure and I am sure about giving me your mom's pendant, Lydia replied. I'll never forget you, Lydia, Celeste said to her best friend. I promise I'll come join you one day. I swear, Lydia replied. Goodbye, Lydia, Celeste said through a gate. I kept my promise, Celeste, don't go. I've been looking for you, Lydia called out. Lydia then saw that she walked all the way back to the grand hallway as Lydia looked to see what she was at. Gosh, my head! Why am I all the way back to the entrance hall? Zach! Lydia called, and then Zach came running towards Lydia. I'm here, Lydia, Zach said as he showed up. Zach, what happened? Lydia asked, as if she blacked out and didn't remember what happened. You were walking away from me while I was calling your name, but you didn't answer me, Zach replied. I don't know what happened when I fainted when I picked up the doll, Lydia questioned him. I have no clue, Zach replied, although he was confused. When I fainted, I had a dream. Or was it a vision? Yes, more like a vision. You saw her behind this gate, Lydia said, but Zach had no idea what Lydia was talking about. Saw who? I haven't seen anyone since you got here, Zach replied. Liar! You must have saw her behind this gate. You must have seen her, Lydia said, though Zach still didn't understand what Lydia was talking about. Right, I bet the teachers will be able to help you with the visions you're having, Zach replied with a suggestion. Zach, please listen to me. We must open this gate, Lydia said, eager to know what's behind the gate. If you say so, the school needs power if you want to open it, Zach replied. But I'm not sure what happened to everyone in this school. Everyone except you, Lydia wondered. Come on, Lydia, you coming? Zach asked. As Lydia and Zach went back to the garden, as Lydia noticed what came up in her mind. I don't understand why I walked back all the way back to the entrance hall. Maybe someone's trying to lead me somewhere? Lydia suggested in a statement. Or preventing you from going further, Zach added. It's not the visions that are stopping me, Zach. Celeste and the students are around here somewhere, and I tend to find them, Lydia said as she and Zach then entered the basement, which was a little scary. Lydia, let's get out of here. This place is haunted, Zach shrieked in horror. He didn't like the basements. Not even this one at all. Haunted? What are you talking about? Lydia asked. Shh! Stay quiet or they'll hear you. Everyone knows the school basement's full of ghosts, Zach replied, but Lydia didn't believe in ghosts. Zach, please tell me why a dragon like you is afraid of the dark, Lydia asked, only trying to get to know why Zach was scared. You heard that! Let's leave while we still can, Zach exclaimed. Lydia and Zach wandered in the school's basement until they saw some crates that had Mestavio's name on it. These must be the crates that have Mestavio's name on them, Lydia said, seeing the crates in the basement. What? You met Mestavio? Zach asked. Yes, I did. He comes to the school and brings his goods for all the students, Lydia replied. He'll be happy that you found them, Zach said. I'll tell him that these crates are his the next time I see him, Lydia replied as she and Zach walked more until they heard the noise was getting louder. That noise is coming from somewhere around here, Lydia said as she and Zach walked a little more. She then saw an opening in the wall. She knew that she was making the noises. Aha, see? It was the wind coming from this open wall. See, I told you the basement wasn't haunted. Are you still scared, oh mighty dragon? That's not funny. No one could be as brave as you are, Zach said as he didn't like that Lydia mocked him. I'm sorry, Zach. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, Lydia replied. Don't worry, Lydia. I'm used to it, Zach said while shaking his head. Today was going to be a different kind of day for him. Cheer up, Zach. Let's see where this passage leads to, Lydia said as she and Zach went through the opening, till Lydia heard something fell out of her pocket and broke. No! No, 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 no! Why did it have to break? Lydia was so upset that she picked up her pendant and all of the broken pieces. Oh, what's that? Zach asked, staring at the pendant that Lydia dropped. A musical pendant? Celeste gave it to me a long time ago, Lydia replied. Maybe you could just put it back together and fix it, Zach suggested. It's very special to me. It's the only present I have left from Celeste, Lydia said, feeling emotional a bit. I'm sure we'll find someone, or even better, ask a teacher to fix it for you, Zach suggested again. Did you forget that the school is empty? I picked up the broken pieces, so let's keep going, Lydia replied. I'm sure the caretaker will be able to fix your pendant, Lydia, Zach said, only trying to cheer Lydia up.